Hello there. Today we're going to talk about the incoherence of ethical optimism and its often argued concept that human society is progressing morally. People say that we are learning through history and hardship to be more just, more empathetic, and more humane as a global society. But this optimism fails to explain the persistence of evil, not only in regimes and institutions, but in the private soul itself. Ooh, sorry. Why do genocides occur? Why does corruption follow reform? Why do we betray those we love, even when we know better? This occurs globally, and the recurrence of evil is not a temporary deviation from an improving norm. It is a perennial feature of human action. Logical integrity demands that we acknowledge this pattern as a fundamental part of the human condition, not incidental. How many thought that after the war to end all wars was over, that we would have the second one, which was far worse, not within centuries, but decades? How many people before this war thought that we would be dropping bombs on civilians, 10,000s at a time, with destructive power that the world has never seen in the vast majority of its history? Millennia. Millennia of warfare. And nothing like it happened, like it did in the last century. How many dictators have to keep rising up? How many corrupt governments have to be overthrown and replaced by something a little bit better, and then it becomes corrupt and overthrown again, over and over and over and over? How long does this have to happen? And how many children must be born, starting out as toddlers, who whine and scream when they don't get their way and must be disciplined in order to hopefully continue in a better way of living and behavior, until we finally see that from infancy and from early childhood, 1, 2, 3 years old, humans by nature, whatever you want to call that nature, by nature they're selfish. And thus you cannot expect the world to become better if every generation starts over just as selfish as the last. Little 1 and 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds do not become less and less selfish as generations go on and on and on. They're the same as they've always been. We all started out that way. The human condition is not getting better at its core, regardless of the scientific advancements to remove and alleviate suffering. As a matter of fact, morality itself tends to be strengthened through suffering. Science does not improve this at all. Let me know what you think.